You asked, we're answering. This month's Dear Exos question is all about failure, which is my favorite topic. Yes, I guess I can also say I've had some wonderful successes in my career, but I've also had a lot of very tough moments of learning, and I guess that is why I feel like I'm a little bit of an expert on this topic. So here's the question that we got at Dear Exos. I am worried about messing up and failing at work. How can I be less afraid, want to take more risks, and is there a benefit to failure? Okay, let's go. So first of all, I want you to know that you're not alone. So statistically, did you know that every generation from the boomers to Gen X to the millennials to now Gen Z, each generation has statistically become more fearful of failure? And there's a million reasons why, to do with sort of the environment that we've all been raised in and social media and comparing ourselves and all these things. But the reality is you're not alone, and so you have to know that to overcome it. So how do you overcome it? Well, there is absolutely a benefit to failure. Firstly, you have to tell yourself, if I take on this project and it fails, what's the worst thing that can happen? Okay, I might be embarrassed, things might go really bad for me, but I will have learned a bunch of really great things, and I will never make that mistake again when I've learned about it, right? And you'll be able to use that in future conversations with teammates, with bosses, etc., in terms of how you learned, how you moved yourself forward. Secondly, I would absolutely say that the fear of failure is always worse than the actual failure itself. So when you ask yourself the question, what's the biggest failure that you ever had in your whole life? It might be that you failed a piano exam at high school, that was me. You had a screw up dropping the ball on the team in sports, all manner of things. When you ask yourself what was the consequence of that failure happening, even though when it happened it was absolutely terrible, usually the consequence of that failure is it went on to be something that you learned from and another door opened after the fact. So if you actually recognize that, you'll know that the fear of failure is much worse than the actual failure happening itself. So if you can tell yourself that, then overcome that fear that's in your head and just go for it. Why would you not? So there we have it. I hope that helps. And we have many more solutions to help support you in your work life. So visit teamexos.com/employer and you can learn much more about all of our sort of custom holistic programming that covers all manner of topics like this. See you later.